So if there is any question or clarification. Yeah.
So when the ladies there, when my wife is in 40 days and can they do the zikr during that period or no?
No, it's okay. They can do it. They can do it. It's a matter of the heart. And the heart as the soul. It's something you cannot, let's see, for the most shadidin, the people who are very, very what? Conservative for the viewer. It's okay because, if someone memorized the Quran and he's in his mind, and or she is in that, so what she will take it out of. So it's something in the heart, something. So it's okay, no problem. Yeah.
And when doing the zikr, let's say if you do the hamd and you like sometimes if you forget some of the words, it's okay because like let's say when we're driving the car, you can try to do zikr.
Yeah.
On the way to work. So we can when you do the zikr, you do some hamd, right? I think the name of Allah and that. So sometimes if I don't have the phone, I don't remember that. So because do we have to say that before, or can we do without?
No, it's okay.
There's no prerequisite.
Yeah,
he's asking if there's a prerequisite to starting the zikr.
Yeah.
That what you say all of that.
Yeah.
Does he have to see all of that to start?
No.
If I miss one or two,
it's okay. It's not something.
You don't have to say any part of it.
Yeah. It's a kind of dua. It's a type of dua. It's just for preparing. But the main thing, this is the main thing. This is just for preparing. So if you know, it's okay. If you don't know, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Any other question?
It's just a slight kick to get your liver up. The essential part is doing the zikr.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. We start many weeks ago about very important topics, and this topic is love of Allah. And loving Allah is a very important thing in our iman. It's a very important element in our relation with Allah Azza wa Jal. If we have this element, everything will be in a good situation. If we miss this element, everything will be very difficult in our faith, very difficult in our iman, very difficult in our ibadat, very difficult in all our relation with Allah Azza wa Jal. And by the way, love in general, now I'm talking that, has many influences, has many effect, and this effect appear for the person who fall in love. Now I'm talking in general. You said, oh, if we know a friend or we know, and suddenly he lost it, and he thought, oh, are you full in love? And this is as a kidding. Are you full in love? Because you are not. You are very quiet. You are very calmful. You are very peaceful. What's going on? Are you full in love? So this is if two persons love each other. They will miss each other. They will long each other. They are waiting just to meet each other. All these, and this is just a human love. How if someone loved Allah Azza wa Jal? What we will feel, what the change will take place in his life, in his attitude, in his behavior, in his life. Really, it should be a lot and a lot. He always be happy when he feel Allah Azza wa Jal. He will try to find the suitable time to isolate himself with Allah Azza wa Jal. To just isolate himself, to stay and recite the word of Allah, just to make dhikr to Allah, just to think about Allah, just to stay the night alone with Allah. He don't want to be with the crowd, with the people in that time. This is the right sign of loving Allah, because when he's in the crowd, he couldn't concentrate, he couldn't be in the honest way. So all these signs, all these give that this person he full in love with Allah. He would like to mention Allah a lot. We said in Arabic, "Man ahabba shay'an akthara dhikrahu." If you love something, you will mention it too much. Too much. For instance, someone like kind of cars. Always when he give an example, talk about this car. Give an example about the car. And, so always, walaikum salam. Give about this car. So if someone loves something, he will mention this a lot. If someone loves something, he will talk about it a lot. So if someone loves Allah, he will talk about Allah a lot. If someone loves Allah, he would like to make dhikr to Allah a lot. You know, this is so. As I said, all these signs is a sign of loving Allah. But the question now, some people said, okay, I don't have this sign. I don't have this sign. Does that mean I don't love Allah? But I love Allah and I don't have this sign. So what the situation? What can we say to someone who say this? Well, you are not loving Allah? He said, no, I love Allah and I don't have this sign. What can we say to such a person like that? What do you think?
Maybe it is not number one in Islam.
Like different levels?
Yeah.
Different levels of love? Maybe it's a
Yeah.
lower form?
Really, it's such a kind of these. We told those people, yes, you love Allah. And this is the situation of many believers. Look, not Muslim, believers. Because love is something in the heart. And this is the sign of believer. But Islam and Muslim is just in their tongue. But when it's entered the heart, now it's a matter of believing. He said, yes, you love Allah, but the area of loving Allah is not enough. To feel the sweetness of Iman, to feel the sweetness of love Allah. For instance, if someone, I give him a cup of tea, and I put to him small portion of sugar, and he drink it, and he said, I didn't taste the sweetness of the sugar. We said, yes. Can we say there is no sugar in the glass? There is a sugar, but it's very little. It is not enough to feel the sign of it, the sweetness of it. For this reason, someone, he said, oh, I didn't feel the sweetness of Iman. I don't feel the sweetness. Yes, you don't feel the sweetness of Iman because the level of it, because there is a conflict in your heart. You love something more than Allah. And this is what we talk about, the 8 things, the father, the family, the children, the wife, the car, the house, the business. You love this more than, so the area of loving Allah is not, but if someone love Allah from all his heart at that time, 100%, he will feel the sweetness of Iman. He will feel the sweetness of loving Allah. And this is how Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that three things. Anyone own them, have them, he will feel the sweetness of Iman. Surely he will feel the sweetness. It's not ثلاث من كنا فيه وجد حلاوة الإيمان. 3 things. If someone have them, he will feel the sweetness of Iman. First of all, أن يكون الله ورسوله أحب إليه مما سواهما. First of all, that he loved Allah and the Prophet more than anything else. So if you love Allah and the Prophet more than anything else, you will feel the sweetness of Iman. You will have this sweetness of Iman. Okay, I love Allah and I love the Prophet and I didn't feel the sweetness of Iman. Okay, this is give you that your level of loving Allah is not the suitable level to feel the sweetness, of Iman. So, as I said, to feel and to have this sign of loving Allah, you have to give all your heart for Allah. Allah is who deserve this heart. Allah is who deserve this love. By the way, any other thing you love it, it will not satisfy you at the end. Anything material, physical, why? Because you are going extreme in this loving. You didn't put this love in the suitable place. You know, for this reason, always the people has shocked, has breaking down. What they call this broken
breakdown, mental breakdown, emotional breakdown.
Emotional breakdown. Why this emotional breakdown? Because they love something more than the normal level. Okay, but if you love everything according to the suitable level, now there will not be break or
Emotional breakdown.
emotional breakdown. For instance, he loves someone and he considers this one is angel, but in reality he is not. He is not angel. So he will face emotional breakdown. He loves something as it is all his life, but it is not his life. You know, you should put everything in the suitable place, and this is how Islam give us the balance. The balance. We should have balance in our love. We should have, okay, you love your children, but you have a balance. Because if you are going out of this balance, this loving will put you in a problem, will put you in emotional break, will put you maybe a problem with Allah Azza wa Jal. Because if you love your children, your judgment, your rules, your acting in the life will not be in justice way. So if you love your business, if you love, so all these, you can love it, but you can love it as Allah Azza wa Jal, as the area it should be. But the highest level of love should be to Allah, should be to your Iman, should be to your faith. In this way, you will feel the sweetness of Iman and the sweetness of loving, and the sweetness of loving Allah Azza wa Jal. One of the most important reason that people don't have the real love of Allah. What do you think? What one of the most important reasons? What do you think? One of the most important reasons is they don't have enough knowledge. The ignorance. Because of the ignorance, they don't know Allah. Because, for instance, the children know his father. Maybe his father owns very great company and has a lot of power, and he just know his father that he is the person who stay with us at home, take breakfast with us. This is when he was a child. Now he loved his father because he break him clothes. But when this child grow up and graduate from the college, and he has business certificate, and he came to the company and he found very great company, and he said, oh, your father is the owner and the director of everything. Now he has more knowledge about his father. Now he has, I just give an example how this will increase his respect, will increase his fear. So one of the most important problem that ignorance. The people don't love Allah because they are ignorant. The people don't fear Allah because they are ignorant. And if we return to the ayah in Surah Fussilat 22 and 23.
No.
Just type in
Fussilat.
where it says search. Just type in FUSS. No, type in FUSS. You have a W.
41.
Anyways, okay, so did I type right?
Yeah. Can you type?
Can you see the W?
And which verse number, Sheikh?
Fussilat 22, 23.
Look.
Yes, this one. Okay. This one. وما كنتم تستثيرون وما كنتم تستترون أن يشهد عليكم سمعكم ولا أبصاركم ولا جلودكم ولكن ظننتم أن الله لا يعلم كثيرا مما تعملون.
Surah Fussilat, verse number 22. And had you been hiding yourselves when committing sins from your ears and your eyes and your skins that would bear witness against you, but you thought that Allah didn't know much of what you did.
So this is now what we think. We think that Allah didn't know. We think that Allah didn't know. For this reason, you do what you did. And also the people who think themselves that Allah knows, but in their deep beliefs, they feel that Allah didn't know. Otherwise, they will not do what they will do. And if a child, for instance, would like to smoke, and he know that his father don't like him to smoke, and he know that his father watching him, he will not do it. He will not do it because he know. But if he know that his father didn't watch him or he is outside, now he can do it. So this is the idea that ignorance about Allah make you away from Him. How much knowledge you have about Allah, how much fear you have from Allah. How much knowledge you have about Allah, how much love you have to Allah. How much knowledge you have about Allah, how much closer you are to Allah. So this knowledge is very, very important. And this knowledge has many sources or resources. Sources. This knowledge has many sources. You're reading the book, you're reading the nature, your teacher will teach you this knowledge. So you have many sources. Your life, you have a lot of sources to know about Allah. First and most important is the teacher, how to lead you, how to put the plan to you, how to give you the way of knowing Allah Azza wa Jal. And this is unfortunately what the Muslim missed today. The Muslim missed today. This one time I read in a tafsir, one of the scholars, and he passed away, rahimahullah. And he said that about the science of Quran, ulum al-Quran. And he said it's very huge, very big, and it's many section. And when he reached to tajweed, he said, for tajweed you need a teacher. And I talked to him in my heart, oh my Shaykh, for tajweed you need a teacher. What about the other topics? What about the other important? You didn't mention anything about it's okay, you can do it by yourself. You can read 100 books about how to drive a car. But can you drive a car after that? If you read 100 books, the accident will be after 3 minutes or 3 seconds, I don't know exactly. And you can have also a teacher who read 100 books about how to drive the car, and he didn't drive any car. And now if he sit with you, the accident will be after 3 seconds, surely, because now two ignorant behind the tire wheel. Most of them, they have a lot of theoretical. Unfortunately, today we have a lot of people but who know the Islam and Iman and knowledge about Allah theoretically, not practicing, not feeling, not knowing, not understanding. This is what we need. This is what we want in our life. So knowledge is very important, and how much you increase your knowledge about Allah, how much your understanding, how much your love. If we go to Yunus 31, number. Yunus number 10 and verse 31.
قل من يرزقكم
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. قل من يرزقكم من السماء والأرض أما يملك السمع والأبصار ومن يخرج الحي من الميت ويخرج الميت من الحي ومن يدبر الأمر فسيقولون الله فقل أفلا تتقون.
Surah Yunus, verse 31. Say, who gives you sustenance from the heavens and the earth? Or who controls the powers of hearing and seeing? And who brings forth the living from the dead, and brings forth the dead from the living? And who manages everything? They will say, Allah. Then you say, would you not then fear Allah by desisting or stopping from holding others as gods?
So, قل من يرزقكم. Who provide you? Who sustain you? Who gave you all? You know, everyone think about electricity. Do you know why? Because there is a bill at the end of the month. There is a bill. So we think about the electricity. But did you think about the oxygen you breathe? No. No. Because we think there is no bill at the end. But there is a judgment at the end. The oxygen, no one. And who provide you with this oxygen? The government, the evolution, the universities, who give you this? Oh, to all of us. And without it, we cannot live for one minute. We think about the gas and the water, but no one think about the sun. Why? Because the sun is the sun, free of charge. And without sun, there is no life. But you think, if we think that for the electricity there is a bill, and for the gas there is a bill, but for the sun there is no bill, and it's by accident. Every day coming at a fixed time and coming down at the fixed time, and it's just an accident. It's foolishness. Today, as I said before, it's not a matter of Allah exists or not exist. Now it's wasting of time, with full respect to the atheist people, with complete respect to them. I met some people 1 week ago, and they are atheists. I said, okay. And they give you a lot of theories, how the life starts, and everything, how going on, and the cell how became, and the accident. And okay. I said, completely right. Everything you said, completely right. So now you know everything good. You know how the man start by accident and how early. So now you have labs, and you have the plan, and you have everything. I don't want you to invite a human. I want you just to fix it. Just to, you know now. And you say, oh, everything happened by accident before that. So now you have the plan, you have you have everything, and you have the knowledge and university. The evolution, how the evolution happened by itself. Okay, I agree with you, but now you know how, if it has happened by itself. Now you have a brain, and you have labs, and you have everything. I don't ask you to create the life. I ask you just to maintain what Allah gave to you. And I told them, when we have a car and there is small dirty in the gas, the car will stop. And when we take out this dirty and turn the car, it will run again. But when we have a human and we have small clot in his heart, and we take it out, but we turn it again, but he didn't turn.
He didn't come alive.
He didn't come alive. He died. So what? Please, we take the clot out. When I told them, when three of them was heart doctor, and the fourth one was a doctor, but not. He told me, when you say that, when we take it and we turn it, and their heart becoming, they have very bad feeling about this minute, because this is what they're afraid. When we take everything and now we break him back to life, he didn't. So what? Fix him. You have everything. You have the brain. I don't ask you to create a cell. I don't ask you to create a life. I just ask you to fix. Now you have all this evolution theory, and I agree. I don't want to discuss all these details. Everything is right. But just give me an example. If someone said, oh, I am the best man who cook in this earth. And I said, okay, everything is good. Just give me small sample. No, I'm just talking. I'm just telling you that I am the best cooker. I am the best to go. Just give me small sample to agree with you. No. I just give you a theory and just give you. This is a matter of atheists today, unfortunately. Today, God, who created everything, exists. But the real question is how we connect to Him, how we know Him, how we love Him, how we become closer to Him. This is the question today. And this is, unfortunately, the people who are specialists in this and the people who take care of this is very, very rare nowadays, because no one take care. Everyone busy in many other things. And this is really the job and the mission of the Prophet. So one of the great fundamentals of all religion and all preaching of all the prophets, and the most important recommendation from Jesus, from Musa, from Muhammad, from Abraham, all of them, one of the main thing and one of the main recommendation, how to love Allah from all your heart, from all your mind, from all your existence. And as I told you before, all of the people, good people, will go to the Jannah, inshallah. And they will go to the same Jannah, to the same paradise. So the people from Abraham age, and the people from Jesus age, and the people from Musa age, yeah. And the people nowadays, yes. But the people at that time, they don't have Google. They don't have iPhone. They don't have Tesla and Earth. How can we compare between them? How? I said, yes, the subject is the same. The subject is the same. It is the same. One of the subject, Allah will compare the people and give them their grade in Jannah. One of the most important is love Allah. What is your percentage? What is the area in your heart? By the way, every one of us has grade for this subject. Some people 10%, some people 20, some people 30. So everyone has a level. أولئك هم المؤمنون حقا لهم درجات عند ربهم. Those people are the real believer. But also the real believer, they have ranks towards their Lord. So there are many points. It's the same with all religion. With all religion, one of them, love Allah. Second is fasting. Fasting. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم. We order you to fast as we order the people before you to fast. So, love Allah, fasting, dhikrullah, and prayer. This is and tazkiyah. This is main pillars of Iman from all the age of the Prophet. And this is what mentioned in the Quran. Where are these pillars in nowadays? Of the people of mosques, I don't talk about the people who are outside. About the real Muslim, where is the tazkiyah? Where is dhikrullah? Where is the real prayer? Not the offering prayer, the as-salah al-muqawwama, as-salah, iqamat as-salah. And all of these is not only for the nation of Muhammad. This is for all of them. And as we said before at the end of Surah Al-A'la, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ تَزَكَّى وَذَكَرَ اسْمَ رَبِّهِ فَصَلَّى. So, tazkiyah, purification, mentioning the name of Allah, and then prayer. إِنَّ هَذَا لَفِي الصُّحُفِ الْأُولَى. This is in all the holy pages, all the divine books. صُحُفِ إِبْرَاهِيم وَمُوسَى. The pages of Abraham, the pages of Moses. That mean all the believer through all the history of humanity had these main pillars of Iman. Dhikrullah Azza wa Jal, the purification, real prayer, fasting, love Allah, and this main point. And if you return to the recommendation, as I said, in the Old Testament, in the Gospel, you see, to love Allah from all your heart, to love Allah from all your exist. And in Quran, وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَشَدُّ حُبًّا لِلَّهِ. And the believer are the more who love Allah. So this is ashad. Look to the word ashad. Ashad in Arabic, very strongly. You know, shadid is strong. Ashad, the strongest. The strongest, that the believer love Allah more than anything else and more than any other people who love their lovers. So as I said, this is one of the pillars of all the religion we have before. But the problem that the people didn't follow what Allah asked them to do. An-Nisa 66. ولو أن كتبنا عليهم أن اقتلوا أنفسكم أو اخرجوا من دياركم ما فعلوه إلا قليل منهم ولو أنهم فعلوا ما يوعظون به لكان خيرا لهم وأشد تثبيتا.
Surah Nisa, verse number 66. If we had prescribed for them that they should kill themselves or that they should migrate from their homeland, they would have not done it, except a few of them. If they had done what they were advised to do, it would have been better for them and more effective in making them firm.
So, what is the evidence here that they didn't do what Allah asked them to do. Not only for this is just a test. Allah will not ask them to kill themselves, but it's just a test. It's just a test. If someone love Allah Azza wa Jal, he want to meet Allah, and meeting Allah is much more important than anything else. And if the angel of this coming to him, the people make it today, it's very big drama. But in reality, it is the best minute someone wait for it, because after this he will meet his Lord, he will meet his God. But the problem, when he has very bad deeds, when he spent his life in a bad way, he is far away from Allah. So this is the idea. If someone love Allah and feel the loving Allah, he has the paradise in this dunya, and this paradise will be in his heart. So your happiness is from your heart, not from outside. The people who are looking for happiness outside, wasting their time. They're wasting their time. The happiness is inside your heart. If you are happy here, wherever you are, you will be happy. And if you are not happy in your heart, wherever you are not happy. Most of you know a lot of people, they have very palaces, not houses, palaces, on the lake, and with money, and they have a lot kind of car and every kind of food and the best clothes. And when you just look to his face, oh, what's going on? You should be very happy. No. I am not happy. Stressed. Why? A lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, many medicine besides him in the directly near him just to take. Alhamdulillah. Many of the medicine of anxiety and stress, and you don't need it. You don't need it. If you have this love to Allah, if you have this confidence with Allah, if you have this area of loving Allah, first of good effects of loving Allah, that the complete obedience to Allah. You don't believe in something and disbelieve in something. You don't be happy with something and bad with something. If Allah give you the dunya, you are very happy. And if Allah prevent you the dunya, you are very sad. No. The believer is always satisfied with Allah. Why the believer is always satisfied with Allah? Why? Why do you think that the believer is always satisfied with Allah?
Because that's Allah's decision and they love Allah, so they support their decision.
Okay, and more.
Because they believe all khair.
Because he believes that Allah will give him the complete khair, the all khair. Allah didn't make conspiracy about him. Allah don't want to hurt him. Allah do everything for us. Who take care of us when we are in the wombs? Who take care of us when we are a very, very small sperm? If you put on the needles, millions of sperm on this needle, who take care of you at that time? Who take care when you are just small drop of blood? And make this blood and going in order, and after that to have the eyes, to have the vision, to have the brain, to have the kidney, to have the liver. Who take care of that? Who take care of that? And just hours before you're born, if someone comes, it's gone. It's impossible. How this child will come out? It's impossible. It's impossible. His head, his body is impossible. And the doctor said, we don't know when. What you are waiting? We're just waiting. We're just waiting. They don't see it in the hospital. They're waiting the mercy of Allah. They're waiting the permission of Allah, because now there's a permission for this creation. Now, when He will came, He has a portion of the oxygen, he has a portion of water, he has a portion of milk. Now he has, there is someone who take care of him and who take care of the animals and who take care of everything. أَلَمْ نَجْعَلِ الْأَرْضَ مِهَادًا. Did we make the earth suitable place for you to live? أَلَمْ نَجْعَلِ الْأَرْضَ مِهَادًا. Who do this? Who make the earth suitable place to us to live? So, Allah Azza wa Jal. So, this is the most important, that who make everything for you, who will put you in evil at the end, who will put you in a bad destiny at the end? Impossible. Except if you choose this bad destiny. It's your choice now. The government make to us very good highway and put a sign and make everything in perfect way, and then he said, don't go in that direction. Dangerous to go in that direction. Go in that direction. And someone insists to go in this direction. What's happening? What's going on?
Disaster.
An accident, disaster. Why the government make this disaster? No, it is not the government. It is your choice. Your choice. Allah will not put us in a bad situation. We put ourselves in a bad situation. And if there is difficulties, that means there is something good behind this. There is something good behind this. But you need until you understand what is good behind this thing and what is good behind this matter. So one of the most important sign and effect and result of loving Allah, that complete understanding. The full picture will be with someone. فلذلك, so Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that أمر المؤمن كله إلى خير. The result of the believer is for good. If he has any gift from Allah, he will thank him. And if he has any difficulties, he will be patient with him. And both of them is good for him. To be patient is good, or to be thankful is good. So he always satisfied what he faced, especially if it is fate and destiny. Sometimes there is something. I told always about two kinds of people. There are some people Allah tests them. Allah put them in a trial. And this is to be patient, to act, to do what we can to do. But there are most of the people, they put themselves in this trial. They put themselves in these difficulties. Oh, he brings a snake to his house. Why? Okay, just to put it in there. This will create a problem to you. He breaks the snake. No, it's okay, I will manage it. And after that, the snake bites him. How you manage it? Sure. So there are some people, they put themselves in the trial. He go to me, why you did this? Why? Because of you put yourself in a problem. He create a problem to himself, and then he shout, "Please help me." You put yourself in this. We know a story about the liar shepherd, and this liar shepherd, he is going with the sheep to the mountain. Shepherd, and he every day he would like just to test the people, and he shout, "Oh, there is a fox coming. There is a fox, or there is a wolf." And the people run, and there is nothing. First time. Second time also, he tests them. Third time, he tests them. But at the fourth time, when there's a real wolf, and he shout, no one came. No one come to help him. So there are some people, they put themselves in trial, and there are some people Allah with them and test them and put them in trial. So for this reason, we have to know that anything from Allah will be khair at the end. But anything from ourselves, there is no guarantee it will be khair. There is no guarantee at all that it will be khair. For an example, as we said, Allah will give the rizq for some people. Someone work 2 hours and he get a lot of money. Someone work 20 hours and he just get what he need. So it's something we have to do our best. We have to do, and at the end we don't know. We don't know. We think that the rich people are very happy, and no, they have a lot of a problem. A lot of a problem. I have a friend. He's very rich, and he called me. Oh, Mohanad, I am traveling now, but I went to my house. He has a very big house, and all the air conditioning is turning off. Oh, he has very new and luxurious car, and suddenly this car has problem and stop. And this and I look, oh, alhamdulillah, I am not rich like him, but I don't have all this problem. You know, happiness is not a matter of how much money you have. Happiness is how much satisfaction with Allah you have. Happiness is how much love with Allah you have. Happiness is how much relation with Allah you have. And the people now just searching, we would like to travel. What is travel? It's a piece of suffering. Travel is a piece of suffering. As Rasulullah said, السفر قطعة من العذاب. Oh, what are you doing? One time I met a group of people just going in tourism, and I know the country they go there, and I watch them in the airplane, and okay, they go and come and suffering, and we are traveling, and we do. it's just. I don't say don't travel, or no, I didn't say this, but look and search about the happiness in the source of the happiness. Don't look about the happiness outside this source, because you will not find the happiness. If you are searching about the happiness in travel, you will not find the happiness. Travel is okay, but you will not find the happiness in travel. If you are searching about happiness in money, yes, get the money, but you will not find the happiness in the money. The happiness in the heart. The happiness is the peaceful situation between you and Allah. Look to the bird. Is he happy or not? You feel he's happy. Did anyone find stress medicine with any bird? Do they need? Do you find any bird or squirrel coming to you and he explain, oh my dear, I have a lot of loans and I don't know how to manage these bills. The best and the first fruit, who get it? These animals, when it became before us, before we take it from bits or from the shop, they take it directly from the trees, directly, without any. The first one, and the first, not me, not you, not Mr. President. The first one who take it, the square or the bird or the. So they don't complain. Do you see that any bird or any cat going to emergency room, except the bird who are in our houses? The cats who are out, they go to the doctors and they have the same problem now they have, and they have the same difficulties we have. But the one who live in the outside, he didn't came. Did anyone came to you and he said, okay, I want to get married, but I didn't see the suitable girl and I have a lot of problem? They married and they bring a lot of children and all there. So what is the result from this? Human as physical life, is the lowest one. Any creation, when it's born, it can live, except the human. If a human born and you left him in the forest, he will die. He will die. But any other, he will live. So we, as physical life, is the poorest creation. But we, as spirit and reason and connection to Allah, is the best creation. وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. We created the human in the best situation. ثُمَّ رَدَدْنَاهُ أَسْفَلَ سَافِلِينَ. But when he followed just his desire, just the materialism, just life, eating, marrying, sleeping, happiness, رَدَدْنَاهُ أَسْفَلَ سَافِلِينَ. إِلَّا, except الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, the believers, وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, those still في أحسن تقويم, in the best situation. So human as material life is one of the worst creation. Is the most unhappy creation. But human as a spirit, as a mind, as a soul is best. Your body, your physical life is just to support your spirit and your reason. But if your reason and your spirit to support your body, we will be unhappy forever. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Subhana rabbika Rabbil Izzati amma yasifun. Salamun ala al-mursaleen. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Fatiha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Is there any question before we start, inshallah?
I have one question.
Yeah.
You know how you said that one of the signs, the first effects of loving Allah is complete obedience and contentment, like to be satisfied with Allah's decree. How do you show that when you have like tremendous hardship? Obviously, we're not happy, we're not content with the hardship. For example, somebody's got diagnosed with cancer, example, or some type of difficulty. Somebody's going through a divorce. This is a very hard thing. We know it's good for the believer, but it's still, at least for me, it's hard to be content. Like, it's easy to say we should be content, but the real feeling in the heart is like, Allah, I'm not happy with this. I don't like this. So how do we have that contentment, satisfaction? How do we achieve that?
Really, sometimes we make physical example just to understand the concept. For instance, this table, they build this table to carry, let's say, 500 kilograms. Okay, if you put over it 50 ton or 5 ton, what will happen? Crush, break. And this is our iman. How much they build, how much we build our faith, how much the strength of our faith, how much we endure from the trial, how much we endure from the hardship. So for this reason, how much we have, how much we endure, so for this reason, someone should prepare himself, because this life is not, not a nice journey. It's a test at the end. It's a test. تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير. الذي خلق الموت والحياة, who created the life and death. Why? ليبلوكم, to test you. Who is the best of you? I will ask you something. One has a trial and he is satisfied, and the other half and he did not. Why? Because it's according to the level of faith, how much we endure, how much we ask Allah to help us, how much this for this reason, how much we understand that it is for my khair at the end. If something I have nothing to interfere with it, look, I don't mention about something we can't interfere in it, or we can't do something. What we can do, we should do. Medicine, doctors, consultant, study, everything we should do. And then we turn to Allah. This is the real Muslim. You know, the real Muslim, you do. You need something. He said, okay, what the people of the dunya do, you do the best for it. Managing, studying, preparing, and then we say, oh Allah, help me. I am a student. I study completely, 100%, prepare everything as the best student. And then what I have extra, I have the support of Allah, extra to me. You know, so I ask the help of Allah. So this is how much our level of iman, how much our level of faith, how much, and this is when we start our lecture today. We say some people love Allah but don't feel the sign of loving Allah. Why? Because the area of loving Allah is not enough. The level of loving Allah is not enough to feel this sign. This is that.
Yes.
Any other question? Yeah. I think one of the most important signs that, as we said, that satisfaction with Allah. You know, everything will be satisfied. Will be satisfied in your life, in your material, in your work. You are, and you are happy with this. And this is, you know, give you the happiness and to be satisfied with yourself, to be satisfied with you. Everyone missing the life. Everyone has a car. Someone has better car than him. Everyone has money. Some people have money more than him. Everyone have beauty. The other have more beauty than him. So for this reason, the recommendation: don't look in dunya for someone who is above you, but look in akhirah for someone who is better than you. But in dunya, don't look at this. Well, this will make you not satisfied. Okay, let's compete. But compete for what? Compete for good akhirah. وَفِي ذَلِكَ فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. The people misunderstand that the competition in the akhirah. They said the competition in akhirah that to go and stay in the mosque and stay and just pray and just fast. No. You need the dunya to compete for the akhirah. Without dunya, you couldn't compete for akhirah. We should work to the dunya in the best way. Oh, so really we don't know what you. Yes, you have to own the dunya, but it should be in your hand, not in your heart. This is the formula of the dunya. We should control the dunya in our hand, but not in our heart. Allah Azza wa Jal said, وَأَعِدُّوا مَا اسْتَطَعْتُمْ. Prepare what you could. And dunya today, the money today, it's a power. So we need this power. We need this dunya. We need, but as I said, to put it in our hand, not in our heart. When the dunya in our hand, we control it. When the dunya in our heart, the dunya control us. Furthermore, we have it or not. You know, if we have the dunya or not, if it is in our heart, the dunya will control us. So this is, you know, this is the maqam of rida. And this maqam of rida, satisfied, is very high maqam. And ar-rida, to be satisfied with Allah, is also has many grades. By the way, any maqam, the maqam is the fixed situation between you and Allah. Any maqam has endless of grade, you know, has endless of ranks. So maqam al-rida, what is the last or the highest level of maqam al-rida? Did anyone of you know what is it? No, not the person. What is the situation?
Allah's not satisfied with you.
Yeah.
And everybody else is satisfied with you, and Allah's not satisfied.
Okay, what is your evidence? What is your evidence? When I said that this is the highest level of rida in Islam, I couldn't say it from my own. I couldn't decide. Who will decide this? Allah will decide this. And if Allah decides to give us the evidence about it, Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned in the Quran that رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه. They satisfied with Allah and Allah satisfied with them. So رضي الله. So this is ذلك لمن خشي ربه. This is one of the highest rank of the رضا. And you know, all these maqamat, the highest level of it, when you have this, let's say, online relation between you and Allah Azza wa Jal, life relation, رضي الله عنه ورضوا عنه, يحبهم ويحبونهم. Allah love them and they love Allah. You know, this is the highest level of loving Allah. Highest level that you love Allah. And there are some people love Allah, but he didn't reach the level that Allah love him. You know, so this is always, all these maqamat have this highest level when you have this interaction between you and Allah. اذكروا الله يذكركم. Make dhikr to Allah, Allah will mention you. But this also need a level in dhikr. Not everyone who tried to make dhikr, he didn't make dhikr yet. He tried to make dhikr. He do his best. But you know, one of the highest level of the dhikr is اذكروا الله يذكركم ادعوه يستجيب لكم. So every time this highest is when you have this, when you feel these, when you have this high level of love for Allah, you have this connection with Allah, you have to be closer of Allah. And this is one of the best happiness in this life. When you feel this, that Allah mention you, that Allah love you, that Allah satisfied with you. When you feel this is the highest level of happiness in the exist of anyone of us. For this reason, when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was in Ghar Hira and going in a very difficult time, and it was one of the most difficult situation. Do you know when? In Ghar Hira, after the revelation start and after the angels Jibreel start to come to him, stop, silence, nothing. And the Prophet wait and wait and wait, and he's in very difficult until he was not in a good situation, until the people of the Quraysh feel this from Muhammad, and they say, oh, Rabbu Muhammadin qala Muhammad, the God of Muhammad left Muhammad. They feel this, and Rasulullah, they so, and what after it? After it, وَالضُّحَى وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَى. Allah swear by the duha and by the night, مَا وَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ وَمَا قَلَى. Allah will not lift you and will not leave you. وَلَسَوْفَ يُعْطِيكَ رَبُّكَ فَتَرْضَى. And Allah will give you and give you and give you and give you until you will be satisfied with Him. This is not, you know, this is the highest level of the situation in Iman and in love and in connection with Allah. All this meaning of Iman, all this connection with Allah, all this became closer to Allah, we miss in our daily life of the Muslim. Where are this meaning? Where are the teachers of this meaning? Where are the teachers of how to love Allah, how to become closer to Allah, how to mention Allah until you reach the level that Allah will mention you? This is very high level of rank. Is available. The door closed, the door not closed. And always I said, you see this sun? It's over Chicago. But it is the same sun over Abu Bakr and Umar, and over Prophet Muhammad, the same son. And the same son over Ibrahim alayhi salam, and over Jesus and Musa. The same. What is the meaning of this? Allah has rules, and these rules doesn't change. Doesn't change. Anyone follow these rules, he will get the fruit. If someone at the age of the Prophet put the seed in the soil and feed it with the water, he will get a fruit.
Yes.
And if he do it now,
Yes.
why? This is the rule of Allah. So if someone follow what the Sahaba did and do it in the right way, he will get the fruit. He will get the fruit. So what is the problem? The problem we didn't. If someone bring the seed and put it here on this table, he will get fruit? No. This table is more expensive than the soil, more clean than the soil. It's very nice, the decorate. No, but there is a rule. Seed should plant them in the soil, not on the table. This is today the Muslim, unfortunately, they don't follow the recommendation of Allah. They don't follow the plan of Allah. For this reason, they are away. They are away from everything. So, we are today not Muslim. No, we are Muslim. We are Muslim. But we are not believer. We are not believer. And always I said, قالت الأعراب آمنا. They said we are believer. قل لن تؤمنوا. Say you are not. ولكن قولوا أسلمنا, but say we are Muslim. ولما يدخل الإيمان في قلوبكم. When the faith enter your heart. When the mentioning of Allah, the dhikrullah enter your heart. When the love of Allah enter your heart. Do you have a heart?
Yes.
Everyone. What is the situation of your heart? In the Quran, there is more than 150 situations of the heart. What kind of heart you have? What is the situation of heart? The first thing Allah mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah, when He divided the people into three groups. Believers, 3 lines about them. Disbeliever, 2 lines about them. Hypocrites, 2 pages describe them. And the first description, في قلوبهم مرض. They have disease where? In their heart. So they have cholesterol, or they have high pressure, or they have cholesterol in their face. They have high pressure in their love. They have a problem in their love, their face. This is our problem. Today, we have thousands of heart doctors. But where the people who treat this disease Allah mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah? Is there anyone described? Is there anyone give the medicine? Is there any office or any hospital or any emergency room or nothing? Nothing. But do you know what is the problem? The problem that all our disease, body disease, we leave it in the earth when we will die. All this disease. How much this disease is difficult? We will leave it here. But all the disease of the soul and the spirit and the heart will take it with us to the next life. And this is the real problem. And the people just running for the other disease and don't take care of any of the heart disease. If he has a disease in his love, they came to the Prophet and they complained, "Oh Rasulullah," they came. Al-imanu ha huna, believing is here. Wal-nifaqu ha huna, hypocrisy is here. And I didn't make dhikr except for a short time. وَلَا أَذْكُرُ اللَّهَ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. He came to the doctor. He came to treat him, to put scheduled to him to give him the medicine. Today, where are the people going? They're going to Imam and he said, oh, face is here and hypocrisy is there. I said, I feel the same. One time I have a doctor in my country. He's my friend. I said, oh, I have a lot of headache. Really? I said, I also have a lot of headache. But you are the doctor. I have pain in my teeth. My brother is also a dentist. You know, there is a kind of fruit generic, what kind of this green kind of peaches, but it's green.
Kiwi.
No, peaches, kind of peaches, but it's green. When it's green, when you eat it, it's make kind in the your teeth kind of lightening or something like
Sourness.
yeah, sour, something like this. So I complained to him. He said, "Okay, don't eat peaches." So if the doctor don't know the medicine, what the patient will do? This is our soul. We should return to the Quran. We should return to the real Sunnah of Rasulullah. Today, a lot of people talking about the Sunnah. First Sunnah of Rasulullah is what?
Love.
The white thawb, miswak, going in Jum'ah prayer. Where are we going? What is the first Sunnah of Rasulullah?
Love, zikrullah.
The first Sunnah of Rasulullah. All the society witness this Sunnah. The rejecter, they say, لَقَدْ عَشِقَ مُحَمَّدٌ رَبَّهُ. Muhammad is adored, full love with his Lord. Love Allah. This is the first Sunnah of Rasulullah. This is before the Sawm, before the Jum'ah prayer, before everything. Today in the WhatsApp, they send to us everything. The Sunnah of Rasulullah, 1, 2, 3, 4, miswak. Okay, this is, I call it cheap Sunnah. The peer and this is the cheap Sunnah. Anyone can do it, this one. And it costs $10, the white soap and the beer and everything and the miswak. This is the cheapest Sunnah. But where is the real Sunnah? If I ask a child, please, I want you to be like your father, to follow him completely. And after 10 years, I came to him. I asked him to follow your father. He said, yes, I follow him. How you follow him? Always my father wear a black suit. And also I have a black suit. Always my father eat rice and biryani, and always I eat rice and biryani. So I follow him. Really? But your father is a doctor. What you are doing? No, I am out of the school. Your father has a lot of knowledge. What do you have? No, I don't. This is the Sunnah we do nowadays. This is the real Sunnah what we do. We left the high level of كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ينام ولا ينام قلبه. Sleep and his heart doesn't sleep. His heart making dhikr always 24 hours. His heart connect to Allah. This is the Sunnah. No one talking about this Sunnah. No one talking about how the Prophet Muhammad loved his. This is the high level. This is the real Sunnah for Muhammad and for Ibrahim and for Musa and for Isa and for all the Prophet and for all the people who would like to reach the way to Allah Azza wa Jal. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Fatiha. Let's doing dhikr now, inshallah.